Hi there, this is Pete Howard, Director of Concert Posters for Heritage Auctions. And what a crazy, outrageous Bruce Springsteen concert poster coming up at our July auction. Oh my goodness, 1969, Bruce as a teenager still, and a psychedelic concert poster representing his band Earth, right out of high school. I know you haven't heard of them, most of us haven't, unless you've read the Bruce bio, Born to Run. But look at this, it's just crazy. I mean, it's a beautiful psychedelic 1969 concert poster, and the fact that it's Springsteen and not, the Doors or something, the Airplane or something, is just absolutely fascinating and wonderful. February 14th of 1969, of course, Valentine's Day, Long Branch, New Jersey. Of course, we figured it had to be Jersey, right? And the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Wow. And then look at that down at the bottom center of the poster, almost as an afterthought, featuring Earth. And that Earth was nothing less than a Bruce Springsteen power trio, again, right out of high school, where he had a high school group called the Castiles. But then out of high school, wow, this was his first band. Didn't last long, but it was his first group. And like many psychedelic concert posters of the late 60s, the event here was the big deal, not the band. I mean, because the band, first of all, was not known at all, but it's a happening. It was a place for people to gather and get together and dance and all that stuff. So, that's why the band's at the bottom. Obviously, within a couple of years, Bruce's name would be built up much more toward the top. But here, he was so unknown, it's just an afterthought, the name of the band. Like, again, a lot of San Francisco concert posters of the late 60s. Not so much the Grahams and the Family Dogs, but the other event posters where, Lovin' at the Park and Happening and all that stuff, and the bands are listed down toward the bottom. So, but, Earth, you might say, what? At least I've heard of Steel Mill, but what's Earth? Bruce actually named a chapter of his autobiography, Born to Run. He just called the chapter Earth. And he talked about this short-lived group and how he formed it as a power trio as an answer sort of to like Cream and the Jimi Hendrix Experience, ultimate power trios doing, psychedelic acid guitar rock, and this was Bruce's answer to that. So there you have it. That's exactly why, why he did a chapter in his book on it, because it was an important stepping stone. So his next band after this was Child, and then after that, Steel Mill, of which there are a few posters. But, as far as Earth is concerned, yes, this is the only concert poster extant, and there's only been a couple of examples ever seen for Earth, and it may be their only gig ever, according to a couple of authoritative Springsteen books. So, and provenance is always nice to have with any collectible, and certainly a concert poster, and oh my gee, is the provenance on this one killer. All this poster did was come from the bass player's brother. Okay, so the bass player of Earth kept it for, pretty much 50 years, and that would be John Graham. And then when he passed away, his brother got his belongings, and his brother got this poster, and then, eventually moved it on to the collector's market. So he wrote a 4-page letter talking not just about the poster, but about being the little brother of a bass player for a rock band in which Bruce Springsteen was a member and would come over and stay at their house and eat their dinners and everything. Wait till you see the letter online. It's just a wonderful, sure it's rambling, but so what? That makes it gives you all the information you want to know, on the background for a poster like this, about which so little is known as far as Springsteen's term, of course, with Earth. And so it's like a perfect, with that letter, the whole thing's a perfect package, just neatly tied up with a ribbon, as a bass player, and Bruce having this power trio as a garage band, as a teenager. It just all works so perfectly. Now the graphics. Take a look at this psychedelic poster. Isn't that just amazing? This beautiful red rolling lettering, and you've got this raven-haired girl with big blue eyes and red lipstick and dripping blood lettering with her heart sort of falling out. It is a massacre, after all, on St. Valentine's Day. And it does say on the poster, let's take it from the top, St. Valentine's Day Massacre, and then going down the left, from Oohs and Ahs, who was the local promoter, February 1469. Great to have the ear on there. That's always nice when that happens. And down the right side, Paddock Lounge, Long Branch with Love. And the Paddock Lounge, by the way, was a room at the Italian American Men's Association. And then look at that light black line script writing or something that says directions to the Paddock Lounge right by the heart. I find that so charming. And then continuing down the right side, the poster says 9 p.m. to 2 a.m., $1.50. Okay. And then at the bottom, oh, by the way, featuring Earth. Yep, they'll be making the music. And by the way, in the band with Bruce, in the band Earth was, as mentioned, John Graham, the bass player, and Michael Burke, the drummer. Oh my goodness, so who's going to get it, a Springsteen collector or a psychedelic poster collector? That's an interesting question. We'll have to see where the bidding goes on this, but it should be fun and interesting. Bruce, of course, still tearing up the world, touring this summer, always out there. And this is part of our music memorabilia and concert poster auction on July 19 and 20. And the concert posters themselves fall on Saturday, July 20. So to bid on this poster or just read a lot more about it because you're intrigued, just go to ha.com/7377.